This is Calla. She's like 8 years old.
I'm 10 and a half!
Okay, this is Calla. She's 10 and a half. She's a good guy fighting for peace and justice in her home of Columbia Heights, Minnesota. This is Cynthia, Calla's mom. She's a news broadcaster specializing in crimes, people fighting crimes, and people committing crimes.
This is Clarissa. She's Cynthia's mom, Calla's grandma.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, babe.
Clarissa retired from her teaching job at the age of 24. She retired from her crime-fighting job at the age of 76.
This is Wolfram, Calla's dad. His name doesn't start with a C because he married into the family. He's a good guy too. What, you thought he was the villain because of his stylish robes and vicious sneer? Shame on you. Look, his smile is just as vicious. Wolfram is a prominent detective. No, I'm kidding. He works in a gas station. Calla, do you know what my job was before I retired?
You taught at Highview Middle School, right? That's how you met Grandpa.
Heavens no, I was 24 years old when I quit that rat hole. I've met your grandfather and never looked back. No, I meant the many decades after that. For most of my life, I fought crime.
So like with the police or the FBI?
No, I did it on my own. Wherever I saw fit, I'd ride up, pistols a-blazing, and put those bastards where they belonged.
That's illegal.
Psh, honey, nobody likes to hear that. Go.
So why are you telling me this?
Because I'm getting too old to fight crime, Calla darling. And like you pointed out, I'm likely to get arrested, but if I keep fighting crime with more crime, you would do better.
Me? I'm only 9 years old.
You told that narrator you were 10 and a half.
It sounded better. How am I supposed to fight crime?
Be suspicious, ask questions, and communicate well with your partner.
Who's my partner?
Dun!
That little narrator, she got one thing right. I am a detective. When I'm not working at He's Got Gas. I've got one pet case that I've been working on for almost 24 years. Can I trust them?
Who?
Whoever's watching this video.
You already told them you're a detective.
Alright, I suppose. Sure, follow me. I call this criminal ABO 5487TH4Y. They've been breaking into local businesses for almost 24 years. And I intend to stop them.
How do you know ABO5487TH4Y committed all these crimes? Couldn't there be multiple criminals?
Because every time it's the same pattern. ABO 5487TH4Y, just after the close of business, breaks the expensive sign outside the business, selects 3 items of merchandise from the store, just 3, leaves those 3 items just inside the door, breaks a window on the way out.
When was the last break-in?
Just over 3 weeks ago, your mother did a news segment on it.
This is Cynthia Charleston live from Lake's Loon's Hot Dishes Local News. Yesterday at 5:10 p.m., an unnamed criminal destroyed $3,000 worth of property at Stronger Than New Brighton, the leading sports store in Columbia Heights. The criminal destroyed the store's iconic sign, forcibly entered the building, rearranged merchandise, and broke a window as they exited. Local law enforcement says this damaging behavior will not be tolerated in Columbia Heights, and the police department is confident that this criminal will be brought to justice. Back to you, Milton.
The name of the store sounds familiar. Stronger Than New Brighton? I got new ice skates there just like a week before I was ransacked. And my friend Maria got a new sled, and Tommy got new, what did he get there? Hockey skates or something?
Yeah, they were doing really well. Everybody's getting stuff at the beginning of winter. There was just an article in the business section about that.
What's in the business section now? Maybe ABO 5487TH4Y is targeting stores that are doing well. Some sort of like comment on capitalism or something.
Criticizing capitalism is always a good call. Are you sure you're only 9? Take out today's newspaper. I think I left it under the seat there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Local business section. Cardiac threads closed. Store experiences boom in sales ahead of Christmas.
ABO 5487TH4Y could hit cardiac threads tonight. When does your Model United Nations meeting end?
4:30.
Well, let's take out cardiac threads as soon as I pick you up. Have a great day at school.
Thank you. Why can't we tell Mom about this?
That was one of your grandmother's instructions from the beginning. She thought it would interfere with Cynthia's crime reporting job if she knew that we were also detectives investigating crimes.
Huh.
Overalls. Oh, perfect. Overalls L. Oh. L. Ding. L.
Their volume.
L. Ooh. Lanyard. Ding.
We found ABO 5487TH4Y, and the items must have something to do with letters. And, by the way, did it seem like ABO 5487TH4Y's voice sounded a little familiar to you?
I agree, but shh, if you stay here yelling, you're going to get arrested.
Dinner is served. Come on in.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay. Did you figure it out yet? How I could get here so fast when I was just at the store a few minutes ago? It's a mom thing. Come on in, guys. Hey!
Wow, this looks amazing. What did you make?
I made your favorite, the fried tilapia with the quinoa and some honey butter rolls and a strawberry salad.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
You're
you
welcome.
text that to me?
Yeah, I always text you what dinner I'm gonna make. Didn't you get it?
No. Oh, that's right. I turned off my notifications. I didn't want to disturb Kala's Model UN.
Please pass the rolls. Oh, thank you, honey.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, it's nothing. I just burned myself a little making the tilapia. It'll go away in no time.
Hope so.
Thank you, Milton. I'm Cynthia Charleston, live from Lake's Loon Hot Dishes Local News. Yesterday at 4:55 p.m., an unnamed criminal destroyed $2,400 worth of property at the Cardiac Threads clothing store in Columbia Heights, including the business sign and the front window. Officer Kenny Starr of the Columbia Heights Police Department says that notable connections have been noticed between this break-in and the break-in at Stronger Than New Brighton Sports back in November, possibly indicating that the same criminal is responsible for both. Back to you, Milton.
I think we can agree now that ABO 5487TH4Y is a she. She was looking for something that started with the letter L.
Maybe she was spelling something. Maybe the objects are clues. Show me all the crime scene photos from her previous crime scenes.
Okay, so from the very beginning, from the toy store, she took a yo-yo, so Y,
Okay.
oven, O, and Uno, U,
Okay.
and then January 17th, 2007, she, from the bottom furniture store, she took an armchair, so A, rocking horse,
So R.
and a table. Actually, wait, hang on. An end table. E.
Okay, E. Okay,
All right.
what's next?
And then 2009. All right. So from Columbia Heights Bakery, she took naan bread,
Okay.
olive bread, and tres leches cake.
I want that.
That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then next was Fifth Street Cafe. All the way until 2014. And what she did, she took a vanilla bean latte,
Okay.
Earl Grey tea,
Okay.
and a raspberry caramel macchiato.
Okay.
All right. And then in 2017,
Okay.
from the Fuzzy Betty's pet store, a yak, a gorilla, and an ostrich.
And why did the pet store have a yak, a gorilla, and an ostrich? And why did they just sit there and wait for the crime scene photos to be taken?
Well, sometimes you just have to suspend your disbelief and enjoy a work of fiction. Next, from the florist, an orchid, so O, daffodil, D, amaryllis, A.
Okay.
From the bookstore, the first book, The Telltale Heart. So
Okay.
T, whether it's the or tell.
Or tail.
Yes. The Testing, T again.
Okay.
Harry Potter, probably H, I would assume.
Okay.
And this year, second most recent, from Stronger Than New Brighton Sports, as we already talked about, we had an ice pick,
Okay.
a soccer ball,
Okay.
and a whistle.
Okay.
And today, there was our most recent clue. There was a lanyard, but we saw the order. So she did overalls first, O,
Okay.
and then lanyard, L,
Okay.
and flannel, F.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to say you're not very good at this, Wolfram.
Hey,
So ABO 5487TH4Y knows you, and she's known you for almost 2 decades.
huh.
Dun dun dun!
It's Cynthia!
Mom! No dirt. You've been waiting for us to figure that out for several minutes now.
Why is she breaking into stores? How did she know he was investigating? And what do we do about it?
We have to catch her in the act next time and ask her. We can convince her to stop. And I know just the person to help.
So my daughter, she's a serial criminal? And you think she's gonna break in here next because some newspaper said they were doing well?
Yes, and she still has to spell the R-A-M part of my name.
Sounds like fun, just like old times.
All right.
We maybe should have stopped her before she broke the sign this time.
No, we have to catch her in the act. I'm fine. That was clearly a Nerf gun. How bad do you think the budget for this film is?
This is a real gun!
What are you doing here? And why do you have a real gun?
It was behind your Halloween candy, and I already knew you were ABO 5487TH4Y, so I took the gun and the candy. Why do you have a fake gun?
Well, that was very irresponsible of both you and me. I have a fake gun because I don't want to hurt anyone, and I thought it would intimidate people.
We need to talk about both your gun safety and your planning skills, Cynthia. But first, let's address your crimes.
How did you know I was investigating you? Kala and I deciphered your message.
Oh, that was funny. I was obviously going to spell ramen here with rhubarb sauce, almonds, and M&Ms. But come on. How do you think I know you were investigating me? I've been dusting your evidence board every week for 20 years! Men!
How did you think it was getting dusted?
Why have you been breaking into so many stores, though? Why the life of crime?
I wanted to be like my mom. So that's why I was choosing successful stores, so that I could break into stores like her without hurting anyone.
Like, your mom? Like, Clarissa didn't commit crimes. She solved them.
No, she's right. For most of Cynthia's childhood, I was one of the most successful robbers in Minnesota. I was never arrested.
Then why did you stop?
Your grandfather caught me. He convinced me to get on the right side of the law. For you, Cynthia. It was my experience as a criminal that made me such a good detective. So I guess all three of you are like me in a way.
Oh, Mom, you're my inspiration! What will I have to report about if I can't report about all these shoplifting crimes?
There will always be other criminals, like your husband there, who just stole that handful of candy.
What? No!
Besides, the four of us together have enough cunning to make sure that the police never catch you, and we'll keep this story going a long time. You'll still have your crime stories. But seriously, guys, we have to leave before the police come.
Oh,